The Court-Appointed Special Advocate Association, or CASA, helps to ensure that children and youth in the foster care system have a voice and helps to ensure they get the services they need for a stable future. There are 44 CASA programs in 51 counties across the state of California. The CASA program of Fresno was established in 1996 and started representing Madera in 2006. The program currently has 175 volunteer advocates assisting 225 children. Joining us in the studio today to discuss the Fresno Madera CASA program are CASA Lead Advocate Supervisor and Outreach Specialist, Carmina Ramos, and ASQ Facilitator, Raquel Garcia. Welcome, ladies.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the
All
invitation.
right. So what is CASA? Can you give us a little bit more information on what they do?
Sure. CASA is a nonprofit organization. The mission is to recruit, train, and support volunteers that are willing to speak or be the voice for a child in a foster care system. These volunteers, they go to 40-hour training, and we prepare them to go into the homes, introduce themselves to the children, and also advocate for them in the court system and be also a support system for our Department of Social Service to work together with the social workers, work together with anybody that is involved in the case. And that's what our advocates do. Most of the time, they're kind of like a mediator between agencies to provide services that are not being met because of lack of communication or maybe misunderstanding between agencies, or most of the time is between the foster parents or the parents themselves or family members.
Okay, so Raquel, you are the ASQ Facilitator. What is ASQ and what are they used for?
Yes, I am the ASQ Facilitator. The ASQ stands for Ages and Stages Questionnaires. The ASQs are used for children up to 1 month to 5 years and a half. The purpose of the ASQs are to find out if there is any lack of development on the child. The ASQ3 is the one that I use, and the ASQ SE2. The ASQ3 is more on the 5 different areas of development of a child, which is their communication, gross motor, fine motor, problem solving, and personal social skills. The ASQ SE2, which is more social emotional, that one's more how the child's doing emotionally. Since there is some type of trauma that child has experienced because they are in the system, that's when we kind of focus more on and refer if the child needs any services.
Okay, so how are children referred to CASA for an ASQ?
Well, the county provides me a list monthly of children that are in the system from ages 0 to 5. Based on that list, I do the ASQ's assessments. Mm-hmm. Depending on how long they're in the system, I do a follow-up. Within either 2 to 5 months, I do another reassessment on the children.
Sometimes we have many children that have to be reassessed over and over, also because our children, sadly, sometimes they don't stay in one single home. They get moved constantly, mm-hmm. and that also affects their developmental, right? Their stages, and so we have to reassess again. Even though we already assessed when they were in that home and everything was going well, now maybe things changed. And if the resource parent has any concerns, and of course they reach out to us, and we could reassess again. Or the social worker has any concerns, we will reassess again.
Okay, so what kind of follow-up is done after the assessments?
So after the assessment, I do follow up depending on 2 to 5 months on what area the child landed in. But with the follow-up, we also do provide a calming kit for each child. According to their age, we provide the materials that can help out for their development. Also, we do follow up with the family and give the family ideas, learning activities that can help out with the child's needs. We also send out the reports out to social worker and recommend any services in the community that can benefit the child.
Yes, we also refer them to First Five. We are very good partners with First Five, so any activities that they're doing or any events, we also refer them to them, and we also guide them to their webpage, because they have a lot more activities, a lot more stuff that they could do with them. So that's one of the main agencies we refer them to our First Five. But like Raquel said, we always reach out to the social worker to make sure if there's any other major concerns, they could actually do those extra referrals for them with the communities.
All right, and if DSS staff want more information, where can they go?
They could always email CASA. They could email Raquel, or they could email me, or they could always contact us. Our CASA in our website too. Our phone number, address, and everything, it's there at CASA, Fresno and Madera.org. Or they could directly visit us at 525 East Yosemite Drive. We're downtown inside the building of First Life.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at June's calendar highlights. This is the last month for civil rights training, and you can sign up for this training on the shared drive. June is Elder Abuse Awareness Month. The World Elder Abuse Awareness Day is June 15th and was launched in 2006 by the International Network for Prevention of Elder Abuse and the World Health Organization. To help raise awareness, DSS will display purple flags around campus. The DSS Activity Committee will have their 50-50 drawing on June 3rd, and keep an eye on your emails for their Father's Day event. So that concludes this episode of Inside Track. I would like to thank our guests, Supervisor and Outreach Specialist Carmina Ramos and ASQ Facilitator Raquel Garcia for joining us today in the studio. If you have questions about today's episode, or if you have any questions for future or suggestions for future episodes, you can direct those to the DSS Media Studio mailbox at any time. Tune in next month for another episode of Inside Track. For the DSS Media team, I'm Ashley Monk. Thanks for watching.